Hello all, hello all, hello all. This is HQ again, Heathen Queen. We see the topic of why do men think it's okay to cheat? Why do people think it's okay to cheat? Men specifically, why do men think it's okay to cheat? Right? I mean, a lot of men say it's because they're unhappy in their current relationship. They want external validation, lack of intimacy or sexual fulfillment, boredom, low self-esteem, childhood issues, problems with being committed to the same woman, or just the fact that you can cheat might be exciting. We had a call right off the bat. What y'all doing?
Call from
Denzel Washington.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, Steven.
No, this is Denzel.
Denzel.
No, Denzel.
Genzel. Okay. Then it's got to be T Honda then.
How are you, HQ?
I'm fine. This subject is very controversial.
Is it?
Yes, because we hear it all the time. We hear it from you men all the time. Let me lay it out. They say, since women are getting cheated on already, and because men have a predetermined high sex drive and they're not destined or they're not really able to be with one woman because they have a desire to be with more than one woman, then women should accept that.
Okay, but you know that. Okay, but the fact is, HQ, and I think a lot of men can vouch for this. Mm-hmm. A lot of these women that mess with these dudes know all of that prior to engaging with them. So if you know he already got you talking to a guy as a female, you talking to a guy, you know he got multiple kids by multiple different women, and you decide to have a relationship with him, what makes you think he gonna do you any better?
But that's different.
It's not. No.
Yes,
Listen.
You're speaking from the male perspective, and I'm gonna speak from the female perspective. Okay, go.
All right. So, don't
speak for females. Speak for the men. Because you're speaking for the female right now. You're saying that we know and we like it. No, I'm asking you, why do you feel that it's okay to cheat? I know why it happens to women. Don't speak for the women. Speak for the men.
Okay, so I'm gonna be as candid as possible right now. I'm gonna be as candid as I possibly can. Okay. All right. So I feel just as adamant about cheating as I do promiscuity. That's not good at all. Mm-hmm. I don't condone either one. Right. Mm-hmm. So as a man, if I'm dating like-minded individual, if I'm seeing like-minded a lady that's on my program and like-minded like me, she's keeping herself up. She's feminine. She's present herself with all the qualities of a feminine, submissive woman, and get on my program, and we are taking things to the next level. And like I said, I don't condone cheating, and nor does she, because we are like-minded individuals. We know where we are, and we know where we are trying to go. So that's different if I know she's dealing with somebody, or if she know I'm dealing with somebody, and we chose to engage regardless.
Right.
That is the difference.
But you're saying that we women know that men go around and cheat, and we know that. No. Yes, I'm speaking for the women. You're speaking for the men. I'm speaking for women because I'm a woman. And no, we don't condone you sleeping with other people and you're dealing with us. We just we just happen to catch ourselves in that situation And people always feel as though they can change people's mind, or I'm better than the other person. So therefore they go along with it and they get caught up in the situation. No woman would like to walk into a situation and find a man sleeping with other women. We don't like that.
But HQ, how many times do we hear? How many times do we hear? And I'm pretty sure you heard in your lifetime, and as I have mine, with individuals who dealt with somebody, and they'll claim all the while, no, oh, I didn't know he was married. Oh, I didn't know he was seeing such and such. And there'd be a damn lie, because all the receipts and all the evidence will point to the fact that of the timeline that you've been dealing with this dude, you knew all along this man's dealings, what this man had. You knew the whole.
Wait a minute.
The whole time.
We have to, for one, deal in the majority, not the loud minority. That's not the majority. No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
HQ.
I'm speaking as a woman. You're speaking as a man. As a woman, we do not get involved with men when we absolutely know that they're involved with other men. Only a small majority.
Are you serious?
Why are you speaking for me? You're not speaking. No. You want to speak for me. Stop speaking for me. I'm speaking for women.
For you. Yes, you. Okay. Yes, you
are. I'm speaking for women, and we do not. And the majority of us women do not get involved with men who are involved with other people. We do not deliberately sit around and say, "Oh, okay, he has somebody, so let me get involved with him." That's not what we do.
HQ. How many of these women? How many of these women out here?
Men lie.
No, HQ.
Men lie.
HQ, come on now.
Men lie.
You know these women don't have not now wherewithal. They got multiple kids by multiple men.
Because men lie.
They feel like they can outdo these other women.
Because men lie.
It's sport to y'all.
That's why she gets involved with somebody who has somebody else, because men lie.
So that means okay, men lie, women lie.
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's a loud majority over there that you all take as the majority. The majority of us do. It's not the majority. The majority is not the majority. We do not get involved with men who are involved with other people. We do not deliberately. Because if they are involved with men who have other women, it's because the man has lied to her and told her he's not involved. Because you keep trying to talk about what I know as a female. You're talking. I know you know. Because how many? You have not been involved with that many women, and to have this kind of
I'm 40 years old. HQ. I ain't gonna drop my numbers, but I'm 6'8", 240, and handsome as a motherfucker. So, and I don't have no problem with white, black, Asian, or no type of women whatsoever. So I'm just gonna leave that right there. Secondly, by the numbers, we'll have. If I understand what you just said, but HQ, the fact that we got more baby moms than we got wives, that tells the whole telltale of what we saying.
No, that means there's more men out there lying about the fact that they're in relationships or not in relationships. That does not prove that she got involved with a man who was involved with someone else. What it proves is there are more men out here lying about their involvement with women from the beginning.
But do they have to let themselves? Okay, so what? So
I'm not arguing that women don't stay once they find out what's going on. But I'm saying initially the man lies to that woman and says, "I'm not involved with someone." I've had plenty of men who have hit on me, and I find out they're married. Just the other day, I was in the store, and I'm not involved with anybody. HQ. I don't have a woman. HQ. Had a big old confession in front of 3 or 4 other people. I'm not involved with a woman. HQ.
Trust is earned. You do your homework to verify and validate everything that man is telling you.
But that's not what we're saying. But that's not what we're saying.
Because you don't do that.
That's not what we're saying, though. No. That's not the argument. The argument is you're saying women know that they're getting involved with men who have other people. I'm saying I'm not arguing that women get involved with men who have other people. I'm arguing the fact that a man lies at the beginning, and that's how he catches a woman up in a relationship, and so therefore she is in a relationship with somebody who had someone else. That's what I'm saying.
Let's start there. Okay. So the man lies to the woman, tells her, "Oh, baby, you the only one. I ain't dealing with nobody else. I only got eyes for you." Giving her all that Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass music, all that good stuff, right? Okay. So at that point, like I said before, in golden italics, trust is earned. Trust is earned. So you do your homework, you do your research, and you see that this guy is not dealing with nobody else. But that's what the women are not doing in mass. They're letting him take and tell them all the sweet lies, and they just going off by whatever gets them on, whatever gets them hot.
Okay, so why is it okay though? So why is it okay to lie?
I'm not condoning the HQ. Like I said before, I'm against cheating as well as promiscuity. I told you that. Come on now, stay with me.
Okay, saying, I mean, the name of the show is why do they feel it's okay? Because you deceive a woman and she ends up being in a relationship with. No woman walks into a relationship with a man and says, "Oh, you got another woman?" That's not the bulk of us, not at all. I believe the bulk of us have been deceived at some particular level, and maybe we want to be deceived, but deceived nonetheless. And my whole point is, okay, so why do men feel as though that's okay to walk over to a married man? It's okay for him to walk over to a single woman or any woman and say, "Hey, I'm single, I'm free, let me get them draws." Why do he think that's okay?
HQ, we adults, so we're gonna be adults about this.
Right. There you go.
But you gotta have the wherewithal to allow yourself not to be lied to and played
with. You're on wrong focus. I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on the men. Why do you feel it's okay to come over to that woman and lie?
I just said I can't. HQ, I can't advocate for those type of men when I'm not those type of men.
So yes, you are. You just called in. This is what I want to hear from. HQ, I want to hear from people who know.
HQ, you're not listening to me, boo.
Right.
I just told you I'm against any form of cheating or promiscuity. I told you that. Stay on track with me.
Tell me why these men lie and do it.
With Giselle, okay? Stay in the passenger side with
Giselle. But I'm saying the question still needs to be answered. Why do men feel it's okay to lie? You can surmise you're a man.
I'm not a promiscuous man.
Yeah, but you've known promiscuous men. You've known them.
Now, and I don't associate. I dissociate. I keep myself away from them because this is okay. This is this, right? If I have core morals and values, I'm not going to associate with people that oppose that. I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to bend, fold, nor demise on that. So be that as it may, if I know people in my family, I've cut off. People that I've grew up with that indulge in that, I cut them off. I don't do that. So if you have people that's living dishonorable like that, and people you can't hold accountable, people you can't hold to that, you can't hold to walk upright like that, then if you're associating one, then you may as well be them. Because perception is reality. I'm sorry, to your question, you know, why men feel like it's okay to cheat.
Right.
It's because you have those grade of men that the Futures, the Diddies that got multiple kids by multiple women, that women and like I said, different grades of men that lie to the women, manipulate the women, and because the women are easy to manipulate and easy to, you know, be taken advantage of because, you know, they allow themselves to be in that position.
So why is it that we are hearing the argument a man can't control his sexual nature, so therefore he's going to cheat? Why are we hearing that mean now?
Once again, it's all boils down to the proper grade of men and women. We gotta stop acting like all men and all women are the same. They and we are not. Because we can't sit up here and say and loop all men into the category where you got this man over here on the left. He's 6'6", 6 kids by 6 different ratchet ass women, and you got this good upstanding brother working in corporate, working at a bank downtown somewhere, and all the women want him. You can't loop those men in the. That is gravely disrespectful. So
no, I'm not looping men. I'm not looping all of those men in the same category. I'm asking about the men who say that it should be okay for them to cheat. Seeing as how I know you're a cheater, or you could cheat, or have the potential to cheat, or you have a high sex drive, or whatever. Why is it that it's okay? Why is it okay? Why do men? You don't do it. We're not talking about you. We're talking about why do these men who say it's okay? They cheat because you accept it. They cheat because you knew I was cheating. They cheat because I have a high sex drive. Why do you think they would find that okay?
Because they have that option. Because they have that option, and they know they got all of the gravitas, money, itemization, and that all the women gonna flock to. So if they know they can go to any model show, any fashion show in any country and on the planet and get any model woman they want. If they know that they can do that, why do you think they're gonna be permissive? Why do you think they're going to be monogamous to you? They got all these resources, and they can literally have any woman on the planet model.
But that's a small majority. That's a small majority of men that can have multiple women like that. Because we have the argument. We have the argument that men, at least 20% of men don't get sex. So it can't be a big majority of men doing that. Okay.
It has to be, because guess what? Here's the thing: you got more. 70% of our women are single black mothers. 70% of our women are single mothers. So that means that's a small majority of the men that's making the majority of the babies. So be that as it be.
I don't believe that.
If you're gonna,
that can't be true.
Okay, whatever. Hey, I really don't care. It's because it says what it says. Because we got more baby mamas than we got wives. So be that as it may. You know, if you're going to allow yourself to get lied to, a man's nature going to be in a man's nature.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Whoa. Don't walk past that. You just said a man's nature is man nature. What do you mean man's nature is man nature? What do you mean?
All right, I'll explain. A man's nature is man's nature. So if a man's going to go out and cheat, right? So it's on you. Say you in the marriage or relationship, right? Man steps out on you. Regardless of to your knowledge or not, you decide to stay and work it out. Cool. 8 months down the line, he cheats again. And you
that's not her fault.
No. Listen. Stay with me. He cheats again. You decide to stay. However, this is the president. This is the precedent. So, but prior to you being in a relationship, during you get to know him, he's giving you inklings. He's giving you little nuggets that he's dealing with other women, and you completely disregard that because you think you, among many other women, think you have the recipe to peg that man down.
You think the majority of men cheat?
En masse? Majority of men and women cheat because majority of men are living.
No, we're talking about men. You say the majority of men cheat.
Majority of men are promiscuous, yes.
Okay. So apparently they find that okay to do, right?
But like I said, it's the grade of men. You women are selecting poorly. It all circles back around to the fact that women.
So if we choose the same guy if there's 10 guys in the room and all of you got and I choose number 1, then I choose number 3, and I choose number 4, but all of you guys cheat, how is that my fault?
No, it's on you to properly vet by you getting to
I
know
gave you a simple scenario. If I come into a room and I pick number one seems nice, he's doing all the things he's supposed to do. I vetted him, looked at him, blah blah blah, and 4 of them lied to me and 6 of them don't. How is that my fault that I keep choosing a cheater?
We can't be ignorant. We can't be ignorant to the fact that there are many other variables that tie into a man cheating. Come on now.
Wait a minute. All men cheat, but we keep picking the wrong guy. What?
In mass, you pick the wrong guy. Otherwise, you be more wives. It'd be more wives.
Well, now we're not talking about the women. We talking about the men. You just said you said the bulk of men cheat. So if I pick Joe over here and Sam over here, then I pick Mike over here. How is it my fault that cheating goes on? How is it?
Because it's still on you as an adult. As an adult woman, it's still on you to properly.
No, that's men's fault.
You know it has more. You know
because you're not a proper. It's men's fault.
More loose men out here than it is. It's more loose men out here, more low grade of men than higher caliber.
So my whole point is, why do you all think that's okay? When I'm telling you, women don't want to be cheated on.
I just told you it's the lower grade of men that there's.
So it's more lower. It's more lower grades of men than it is decent men.
Obviously, that's obvious because we got more baby mamas than wives. You damn right. If we had more, if we okay, all right. So being that it's more lower grade men to healthier grade of men, and the women are selecting these bad grade of men.
So how can we pick good men?
Hold on. Look at this proportion. I know you know some math. I'm gonna set this equation up for you. So you got healthy grade of men, Y, then you got plus X, the bad grade of men.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the other side, which is the heavier percentage of your women being single moms versus wives. Now, I probably didn't punch that up the best. I ain't the best at math. However, you get where I'm going with it. So, bottom line is, you still, men cheating or men not cheating, that doesn't absolve you from you probably.
But we're not talking about women being lied to, women walking into a relationship with. So her choice. What you're talking about is we don't have a choice. That we have to just.
You always have a choice.
No. You said that all men cheat. The majority of men cheat.
The lower tier, the lower grade of men. When you got these lower grade of men, you know this man got 3 kids by 3 different women.
So you mean to tell me the bulk of men are low grade men who are going to cheat? But since I'm only limited in who I can pick, geography wise, country wise, blah blah blah. So if a bulk of men cheat, that means the 9 times out of 10 I'm going to find a cheater. So therefore, the dissolution.
But if you in just as bad a boat, but if you in just as bad a boat as the lower tier men, because you're overweight, but
we're not all in the same boat.
Heathen Queen, listen to me. So so in mass, if there's a more better lower, there's a greater lower tier of bad men versus good men, and a lower tier of women that are more than good women. So it's gonna explain all the.
Now I see. Okay, so now I see. You come from the premise of more than half of the women or the bulk of women are unmanned. No, they're the lower tier women. The bulk of women are lower tier women, and the bulk of men are lower tier men. That's where you come from. And I come from the premise of we're on a spectrum, and most of us are normal. And most of us have little quirks here and there, but most of us are regular, good, decent human beings, men and women. That's where I come from.
But you can't normalize. You can't normalize
what
this thing. You can't normalize this thing of not being accountable. You not being accountable for
nobody. That's one thing we can't do. Nobody can hold anybody accountable. You can only hold yourself accountable. You can't hold no woman accountable. I can't hold no woman accountable.
So why they you can properly inform them. You can properly inform them to marry before they carry, and marry early in their 20s, and tell them that they
think they don't know that.
To prevent they not acting on it, so they need to be told. Man, look.
Do you think they don't know that?
A lot of them don't, because
that's why they're not. That's why they're not paying attention to that particular message, because they already know it and they've flown past that.
That ties into what I said. That ties into my whole message, because.
But we're not talking about women. We're talking about the men being accountable on their own.
Right, but you have to have the wherewithal to know what we want. You have to have the wherewithal to know where this person mind at, what this person want to do. Is this person got plans for me, or are they playing with me?
No. You missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you told me that the bulk of men cheat. If the bulk of men cheat, that means
lower grade men that you are selecting.
But you said the bulk of them cheat.
I said the bulk. I said the bulk of men are
the bulk of men are the lower tier men. So that's the majority of the men. You say
the lower tier men. Stop picking the lower tier men.
But what we're saying is, it's not just the lower tier men.
Oh.
It's the high value men too. High value men is what he's doing his option.
What is it? Okay, so let me ask you this. So as a woman, why do you feel like you need to be with this high caliber man? No, you don't need to be with him. You don't need to be with him.
Yeah, but they don't. They not. Women are not high tier men.
Why they chasing them? Why they chasing them?
They can chase them all they want. That don't mean they gonna get them. I can want ice cream every day, but I don't get ice cream every day.
Why are they pursuing the man? Because he got funds, because he got resources that they want to be a part of.
You explain to me how people stop dreaming, and I'll explain to you how I got a piece of land, swampland, in the middle of New York. Please explain to me how you expect someone to stop dreaming.
Hey, you know, New York's got swamps, right? You know, the Giant Stadium is literally next to a swamp right in the Meadowlands. Right. But that's another conversation.
So explain to me how women gonna stop dreaming? Hmm?
But they have to be accountable for who you interact with. HQ.
But if all the men cheat, if the majority of the men cheat, it's not the hold on. If the majority of the men cheat, like you said, how is it a woman's fault?
Because she has to properly vet.
If the majority of them, no, you're not listening to what I said. If the majority of them cheat, you said that. You said it. You said the bulk of men cheat. The bulk of men are lower tier. So if the bulk of men cheat, and I walk into a room and there's 10 men, and I pick Johnny over here, I vet Johnny, I vet Sam, I vet Denzel, I vet all of them, and they still cheat. How is that my fault?
Because HQ, you as a female, you as a woman, you still have to properly vet. And you know these women are not doing that.
Does anybody understand what I said to him? He's the one who said it. He's the one said that men will cheat. So how if the bulk of them are cheating, how am I making a mistake and I end up with a cheater?
If you know they dealing with multiple men, like the majority of these women does. No,
we don't. We don't initially know because men lie.
Oh, That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because
do you honestly think of a man walked up to
anyway.
Wait a minute, hold on. You're speaking for a woman. I'm the one supposed to be speaking for a woman. You're supposed to be speaking for the man.
Hey, man.
I'm telling you as a woman. I'm telling you as a woman, we do not walk into a room with a man and a man walks up to us and starts talking to us. The first thing we ask is, hey, do you have a woman? Blah, 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 blah. And he say no. How are we supposed to know that? How are we supposed to know he's lying?
But HQ, it's still on you at the end of the day, right?
No,
to do your homework.
That's the whole point.
Yes,
the whole point is if you lie, how are we supposed to know?
It's your fault for you because you let yourself got lied to. Bam.
What?
If you let yourself get lied to, you deserve to get lied to.
How is that our fault?
That's because you didn't do your homework.
I just went by what you said. You said the bulk of men are low tier, and if the bulk,
but HQ common sense ain't coming. So I mean, with that being said, if you're not gonna take the proper protocol and proper relations, then you deserve what you got coming.
What?
Yeah.
How is it that's why I'm asking you? Why do men feel it's the need to lie and then cheat? That cheating is okay.
So once again, all right. So
I get your point. You're trying to shove this off on the women cheating, on the women choosing. No, you're trying to shove it off on the women choosing. Women can't choose if the room is full of them.
HQ, it's more of y'all than us.
That still means nothing.
What?
That still means nothing.
Yes,
if I have a bowl of cereal, and all of the pieces of cereal are pieces of salt, how is that my fault that I started eating the cereal? How is it my fault I get the salt when all of you are salt? It's not my fault.
HQ, but it is your fault when that relationship goes south and you put everything on that person when you know damn well you didn't do your investigations to see that this man wasn't dealing with somebody else and or married.
How are we supposed to do it? How are we supposed to do that? When you come up to me, I walk into the room, you come up to me and HQ, I want to deal with you. I want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. Every time I see him, hold on. Every time I walk into the room, you want to talk to me. You want to get next to me. I told you of an instance of a man who has been flying around me for the past year. He's been flying around me for the past year. This is Black Friday. On Black Friday, I saw him at the store, cuddled up with a woman. I had never seen him with a woman before, but he been coming on to me for the past year. He's not my type, but he has been coming on to me for a year, and I ain't never seen him with no woman ever.
And what you Black Friday? And what you do? And what you do? Are you still? Did you pursue that man? Are you dealing with that man? Okay.
But what if I would have? And I would have believed him.
And you the fool.
I told you I had a confrontation with this person. Why do you keep trying to come on to me and other people told me that you have a woman? I ain't got no woman. I got that boo 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 in front of a whole bunch of people. Boo boo, I ain't got no one. I don't know. Why you doing that to me, HQ? That's what men do. That's how women get involved with men who got other women, because they don't never see them with the other women until they get involved. Until they get involved with them and they done did everything already. So how is that my fault?
Properly vetting. You're not properly vetting. You only think between your legs. Properly vet, get to know a man, get to know everything he's about, do all your homework. You got enough resources today to see everything that
still putting it on the female. You still putting it on the female when it's the man. When it's the man.
It is on you. It is on you. It is on you because y'all creating all the villains. Y'all creating all the villains.
How is that the woman's fault if all of the men cheat?
You got property there. You control access to sex. You control access to sex. What do you mean?
That's not the woman's fault. The man is lying. He's lying first.
Oh man,
he's lying first.
He's
lying first.
Lying your panties off, right?
He's lying first.
Lying your panties off.
No, just because my panties came off, you still lied to me.
You let yourself.
But you still lied to me. But you still
let the lie take shape. You let it take shape. Stop letting people lie to you.
Lie to me.
Stop letting yourself be abused.
I just gave you a scenario, Jihan. I just gave you a scenario where I had no clue this person had a woman. And this person has been coming on to me for a whole year. You mean tell me if I would have been dating this person for a whole year, it still would have been my fault that I got lied to in the beginning?
It's your job to be vigilant and to know everything that's going on with your spouse.
That's not how that works. And most people do
exactly how that works.
Most people do. Most people do. But that still don't absolve you from lying to me. That still doesn't absolve you from lying to me.
We have more wives than people did their due diligence, HQ. We have more wives than people did their due diligence. That
still does not absolve you from lying to me from the beginning.
No. But you got to have the wherewithal that somebody's lying to you. That's when you do your properly vetting and do your homework on people. You're not just going to associate yourself with somebody you know absolutely nothing about and not try to get.
But we on the wrong focus. But we got the wrong focus. The focus is you said men are trash. That's what you said. Most men are trash.
I said the lower tier. I said the lower tier.
And you said the bulk of men are lower tier.
The bulk of men that are promiscuous, that are lower tier.
So why do these men feel as though they could cheat like that?
Because the women are easy and accessible.
No, see, you're bypassing the men's responsibility. Why do men feel as though they can do the cheating? Not why did you let them? Why did you? Hold on. Why did you walk over here and start talking to me and you know you got a woman? Why did you come over here and start talking to me when you know you got a woman?
I mean, I can't answer for that type tier of men because I am not that. I'm the furthest thing from that. So
yeah, but you came up here to represent men. You came up here to represent men, so you better represent men. They representative, then you need to represent the men. I'm asking you a question.
I can't advocate for that grade of men. I can't, and I won't.
Is there somebody who can advocate for that grade of men? He says it's a different grade of men.
It is. It very well is.
If it's a different grade of men, no, we're not talking about women. We're talking about the men.
Right. I get it. I get it.
On men. Don't tell me I should have vetted. Tell me why you walked over here and told me that you wanted to get in my panties and you already got a woman at home.
And you're on the verge of letting them.
I'm saying I want somebody who knows why these men do this. Why is it okay?
Because they're unfaithful, like a Rihanna song.
The men are unfaithful?
Huh?
So why is it that you wouldn't think? Why is it that men wouldn't think that women would also have the option of cheating? But if a woman gets cheated on, she gonna be butthurt. She gonna be kicking and screaming and
break up the family.
Yeah. So, but she don't cheat like that. If she just cheat, why can't she just cheat just like you cheat and come back home?
But see, why are we speaking some kind of condonement on this cheating scenario? It's existent, yes. Should we be for it? Absolutely not. So we got to delineate those type of people which are bad for the group, which are cancerous to the group, and concentrate and promote for the better half, the greater good, that we need to be building and sustaining families. Do your homework and get to know that person. Don't allow yourself to be lied to and played with.
Yes, but we hear men say they have a propensity to cheat. They feel as though they can cheat. If they don't say anything, nobody finds out, it's okay. I can cheat. I can do all, I can, long as I don't bring on no outside babies, because that's the first thing, that outside babies, diseases, and drama to the house. It's okay to cheat.
Nah, it's never okay.
So I'm saying, if a person feels like that, it's a double standard. Of course, no, it's not a double standard. Cheating is not a double standard. That's not a double standard at all. That's not, women cheat, men cheat. But men seem to think it's okay somewhat on their end as long as they don't get caught. Okay? Cheating, like somebody said in the comments, cheating is a choice. But you came over like that man that has been talking to me for a year. He is not talking to me romantically. Every once in a while, I'd see him and he'd say, "Oh, when you gonna go on a date with me? When you gonna do this and that and this and that?" I never indulged him on that. So I'm saying,
Leon King? Is that man Leon King?
No. So I never indulged him on that, but he has been persistent on this. But I see you in the store on Black Friday and you cuddled up to this woman.
No.
But I ain't said nothing to him. I ain't said nothing to him that I saw you. I ain't said nothing to him. I'm just waiting for him to come back around, because he's gonna come back around, because he says it in front of a couple people, because we've shot in the business together, he and I, right? Trying to get a business off the ground, and he says this in front of people. Don't talk to her. That's my baby. Don't talk to her. That's my woman.
HQ. I'm pretty sure somebody else like TJ or Leon want to call in, so I'm gonna jump off. I don't want to take up too much of the time. All right. Tell
somebody to call in. I want to hear this defense of men.
All right.
Thank you. It's a heated discussion. Thank you. So this is the bulk of the conversation. We hear on panels all the time. Men should have the option to cheat. Seeing as how women accept it now, she accepts it. I think I should be honest with my woman and tell her I want polygamy. I should be honest with my woman and tell her I want another person in our relationship. And G Honda came up here and said that most men are trash. Most men, the lower tier men, will cheat, are going to cheat. It's the bulk of you men. So if the bulk of the men are going to cheat, and the bulk of the men have a propensity to cheat, how is it that my choosing any random Joe Blow, how is it my fault that I picked Joe, Michael, or Mick, who is going to cheat anyway, according to G Honda? So how do we defend that? Like I said, there's many reasons why men cheat. But no, I'm not. I didn't twist nothing up. How I twist something up? You the one who said the bulk of men are lower tier, and those lower tier men are going to cheat. You said that. I didn't say that. I was going by what you said. You said that. Did you say something different? I'm saying I know for a fact that this man that I see every once in a while, and we're doing business together, he was with a woman in the store, cuddled up with her. But yet and still in front of all of these colleagues that we're doing business with, that's my woman. Don't be talking to her. So my whole thing is, how would I even have an inkling where I have never seen him outside of this, except this setting, clean cut, suit, blah, 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 doing all the things he's supposed to do as a business-wise, carrying his business. How am I supposed to know? And I walk into a relationship with this person. Okay, let me give this person a shot. And I walk into it and I find out, and he's hiding it. He done hid it so damn well, HQ don't know. Because HQ didn't see him at the store with this chick. Huddled up. Okay, he didn't see me huddled up. I was standing behind something. And then I just happened to hear his voice. And I was like, whoa, he got a woman. This motherfucker told me he didn't have no woman. And I was like, I wasn't interested in you sexually anyway. But if I decided that I was, you've been lying to me for the past couple of months. And talking 2-point crazy when we get around other people. Not weirdly, but you smell real good. When you gonna come on a date with me, HQ? You smell real good. I don't got no woman, everybody. I want a man that only wants me. I want a man that only wants me, that only has eyes for me. And the only way I know that is if you consistently be the way you're supposed to be. You be where you're supposed to be, do what you're supposed to do, act how you're supposed to act, treat me with respect, treat the relationship with respect. Okay? That's how I know you're a man for me. He said, but HQ, you've been curbing him for a while. No, I haven't. I have not thought one thing about that man. Every time he comes to me, when we're in a business, we're in the middle of doing a business, some kind of paperwork we got to sign and do this, that, and the third. I don't come on to him. I don't say anything to that man. It's always hey, how you doing, baby? Are you ready to go on a date with me? Are you ready to do this, that, and the other? How am I lying? You're the one who said what you said. I didn't say anything. How many of y'all heard G Honda say that the lower tier men do the cheating and the bulk of men are lower tier? G Honda, you said that. I'm not playing games with this man. I'm not playing games. I'm not interested in that man. But it has been months and months and months. And he cuddled up with this woman in the store. I'm saying women don't just walk into relationships with men who have other women. What? I'm not saying don't vet. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't vet. What I'm saying is the men are lying from the beginning. If the men are lying from the beginning, and if we take G Honda's word for it, because he's a man, and I'm going to take his word for it. He says lower tier men, and the bulk of men are lower tier. They do the cheating. If we take G Honda's word for it, that means how can it be my fault if I walk into the room and all of the men are cheaters? How am I supposed to know they're all cheaters? I vetted Johnny. Johnny got a nice job. We women, of course, there's accountability for women to a certain extent. But if you lie and pull me into a relationship before I know your background or I know totally what's going on, that's your fault because you lied to me. That's just like saying, what? Men on all tiers cheat. That's all I'm saying. We not arguing whether men cheat or not. We're not arguing that. What I'm saying is, why is it okay? I'm not arguing whether they cheat or they don't cheat. I'm saying men say, why don't you let us cheat? Why don't you just let us cheat? Beyond crazy. I'm saying men are saying, why don't you just let us cheat? Okay. Why can't we just cheat? Monogamy is difficult. Committing to somebody, I don't want to commit to this one woman. I want to be able to sling my dick wherever I want to sling my dick. I'm mad at her, so I'm not gonna be faithful. My understanding is some men express the fact that maybe they got a sexual addiction and they don't want to, it's against a man's nature. Look at Jay Tillman. Jay Tillman said, fighting against man's nature. Okay, it convince us.
From
Just one woman. I want triple X.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Triple X. Now you finna come up here and explain. Can you explain? You heard what G Honda said, right?
I heard some of it, kind of more on the tail end. But yeah, I heard y'all back and forth a little bit.
he said lower tier men are the ones that are cheating, and the bulk of men are lower tier. Did you hear that, or you didn't hear that?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Each man you talk to is gonna have a slightly different take and opinion on it. You know,
what is your take?
So no one man can speak for every man. That's not to invalidate his experience or his
how
opinion.
is it y'all expect one woman to speak for all the women?
When did we say we expect one woman to speak for all women?
You women should be accountable for blah blah blah. I'm like,
no. This is what it is. We feel this is what the
B100. B100.
Hold on. I am. I'm gonna explain it.
Okay.
We feel that if women or out of pocket on certain things, like the things I talked about yesterday, like a young, spry, freshly graduated girl from college, beautiful with no kids, don't need to be dating a guy with 3 kids.
Right.
That should be called out. To preserve the race, that should be called out by women. You know, especially elder women.
Okay.
You know, and that's something that's very under-discussed. It's under-discussed in the community, especially among women. Us men do criticize it.
So don't date.
I have criticized.
No, I was agreeing with you. I agree. That is a talking point. You shouldn't. Your point is, single women shouldn't be dealing with men who have children, and single men should not be dealing with women who have children. Okay, that has been established. I have said it. I'm not changing my mind on that. Okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
you should not do that.
Okay.
So now we come to the men. Why do you feel or defend the men who say it's in our sexual nature to not be faithful? Why don't you women just accept it?
Listen, that my whole take on that, I kind of touched on that yesterday when I talked about, the monogamy, the history of that being established, and all of that. But I want to say something about this though, HQ, before I lose my train of thought.
Okay, go ahead.
You playing games with that guy.
What guy? How am I playing games with him?
I'm gonna tell you why. You want me to tell you why you playing games with him?
Tell me why.
Because you could have deaded that situation. You like the attention as a woman. He validates you. And you could have deaded that situation. You could have simply said, hey, you's a cool dude, but ain't nothing happening like that.
But I did early in the relationship. I did early in the relationship. I did say that.
And what was it?
This is what I said. This is what I said to him. I said, I don't date people I conduct business with. I think it's better if we just remain friends. I said that because I don't like to hurt people's feelings. I don't like to, get your ass away from me. I'm not that way. I try to consider his feelings. And I said, I don't have a romantic relationship with people I'm doing business with. And I think we should keep it that way. But he kept coming.
I got a problem with that statement. You know why? And I'm speaking from a man's perspective.
What?
You know what that is? That statement now hold on. Let me just get this. That statement ain't definitive. You know? That's not definitive. Like it does tell
I know it's not definitive. I know.
Exactly. That statement leaves the door open and in some ways puts the challenge on a man that's interested.
But I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
I get that. But you're playing there's two things. You're playing games with that guy, and number two, you don't know if that woman you seen that game with is that guy's chick.
He kissed her.
Like I told you,
he kissed her.
It don't matter. HQ. I called in weeks ago and I told you how they kiss, and we got an understanding. And we ain't, you know. And I hug on them and I kiss on them, and I rock with them heavy, but it's not exclusive. So you don't know that that's that man's woman. You don't know what the understanding is.
Yeah, but I just got chewed out by G Honda when he said I would be trash if I got involved with him seeing this other woman. I would be the one that was in the wrong if I pursued anything and I done seen him with this woman. That wouldn't make me a good person. So why would I get?
I'll say this, and I say this to all women: if you're really serious about curving a dude, tell a dude you involved and you got somebody. Game over.
But they know I'm not involved.
They like that attention, and they like being pressed up on and macked on. So I mean, let's be real. I've been talking to chicks in bars and stuff, and they'll have a ring on. I'll spot it from across the room.
Right.
And when I sit over there close to them, they'll put the ring finger, they'll put the ring hand, their left hand in their pocket or tuck it in. I've seen a woman take her ring off before. So it's a lot of
they're in a bar.
Just to get macked on.
But they're in a bar. So you should think if they're in a bar, a regular a woman who is involved with someone should not be in a bar at all like that unless she's in a bar with her husband or her man. So you know that's fair game that she's in the bar, because the only thing you can do is go over there and say something. With that being said, she's the one that's in the wrong. But we're talking about men who deliberately go out and say, I don't have no woman. And G Honda said most men are gonna he said most men are gonna cheat, and therefore the bulk of them are cheaters.
Yeah.
So how is it my fault? No, answer me this. How is it my fault if all y'all cheaters? How is it my fault if I pick wrong?
Well, first of all, I don't agree with G Honda saying the bulk of men is cheating. Like I gave my percentage yesterday, and I said 70-30.
That's what do you mean? That's a lot right there. That's the bulk right there.
No. I said 70 don't, 30 do.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I said. That was what I said yesterday. Like you go back and watch the tape.
Okay. Yeah. I remember 7:30. I remember that. I remember you did say that. So 30% cheat, but those 30%. So why is it that I'm saying there's a big divide. That 70 to the bulk is a big divide. Now,
I think a lot of it will have to do with the type of guys you're dealing with and you're rocking with,
right?
And what circles you're moving in and out of. So that's the type of guys you get to experience. You know, it's going to be different type of guys. Any particular guy on any level can cheat. So it ain't just lower tier guys. It could be make $100 million a year and cheat, or he could make $36,000 a year and cheat. So
exercising his option.
Yeah. He could. Because like I mentioned yesterday, a guy could be 6'5" and talk like Goldie, and he only make $50,000 a year. That's just what it is. He's not a career guy. He ain't really ambitious, but he can talk his ass off, and he's a good brother.
So what we're saying is, we got a lot of men, but think on this level. If you were in a relationship and you thought about, just in case you were in a relationship and you didn't really feel committed or whatever, but you went and said, hey, I have these urges. I'm not really being faithful is not in a man's nature. I just saw that in the chat. Somebody said being faithful is not in a man's nature.
Yeah. So even if we assume that's true, let's assume that's true, and that goes in line with what I said about the history of men and everything.
Okay.
Now, if we assume that's true, that said, if a man makes an agreement and he decides he wants the benefits of the relationship, he wants to, number one, be a man of his word. Number two, he wants the benefits of a relationship. And number three, he wants a rider that's really rocking with him. And number four, he wants a real family. He may have to go down that road, you know? So, yeah, so that's how that works. You know, because in a lot of ways, it's tough to get all of those other things I mentioned and still have real riders like that. Can it be done? Yeah, but most men ain't that good.
Wait a minute. This man in the chat, the men in the chat said, men don't cheat. A man's role isn't the same as a woman's role. What does he mean by that?
All right. What he's saying is, and that goes in line with what I said yesterday.
What?
A man's role and a woman's role in position is not asymmetrical. It's not identical. So a lot of the things that women like to discuss and try to hold men accountable and see it top to bottom and left to right is not exactly like that, because men and women's position is not exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? That's why most threesomes happen is two chicks and the dude. You know? It ain't two dudes and the chick. I mean, of course, that type of stuff happens. There's all type of weird stuff that happens. But it's a reason for all of this.
Not cheating is hard. Not cheating is hard.
Let me ask you this question. HQ.
What?
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
If me and you was rocking,
Right.
and I am that, and I ain't bragging, but I said I'm 6'4".
Okay.
I am that guy. Like I ain't even bragging, but let's just say I'm that guy to you, though.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
All right. The question is this: who runs this? You know what I'm saying? Who runs this right here?
Who gonna be in the charge of our relationship?
Yeah, that's
You would be. You would be. Obviously, you would be.
Okay. That's so. In that situation, a guy is going to exercise a lot of things and implement a lot of things he wants to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and his is going to be his game plan, you know? Right. And the things he wants will be emphasized in his plan. Should he take input from his woman? Absolutely. You know? He should be respectful of his woman. Right. But in that scenario, where that king got at the woman wants, you know, that's really how it's gonna play out. Now, a lot of guys, they decide they want to use that position, right? And all that. Like I say, that can happen. I'm not gonna come up here and be like, no guys shoot at all.
You kind of Borgen. You kind of Borgen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Just a little bit Borgen. Yeah.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah, you better now. You better now.
Okay. What's the last part you heard?
You saying
you hear everything?
I'm sorry. No, just start somewhere in the middle. Start where you left off at.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying, like, every guy is, you know, I'm saying, like, who run this, you know, and you said me. So I was saying, like, that's gonna be up to the guy at that point. He's technically the A side of the situation. You know, because you're deferring to him. You know, which is good. I mean, that's how it should be. Right. You know, unfortunately, some men do abuse that, and you know, they decide they want to have multiple chicks and all of that and everything, which hasn't been agreed upon. You know, and so do you think?
A question.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Go ahead.
If you get into a relationship and you've been in this relationship for 10 years or whatever, and you say, okay, I'm not sexually satisfied or whatever, sexually satisfied or whatever, or however, boredom or whatever. Do you think would you be the type of partner that would come to your partner and say, hey, I'm bored with our sex life. Can I bring another woman or another man into this equation? Would you be the type of person?
Would I be the type of person? Yeah, my thoughts on that is this. I have to ask myself first and foremost, do my woman like women? You know? Some women like women, you know? And I've dated a number of chicks who are surprisingly sprung that on me. You know? So but let's assume she don't, because I'm assuming you probably don't like women. You know, I get that.
No, I mean I'm not into women. Not at all.
Exactly. I get that impression. So I would never imply that you are, but I get the impression. I can usually kind of tell a little bit. I can tell you definitely into women. So I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, like if I was with a woman like you, I wouldn't push that on you.
Right.
You know, because I know
so
you don't just like women like that.
So we just
I'm not saying I would cheat. I'm not saying I would cheat either. That would be something sexually we would have to figure out. Right. You know, we have to figure that out. But if you really that rider like that, that's just the type of guy I am. You know what I'm saying?
You said, somebody in the comments said when the woman finds out about the cheating, you need to run. You need to run. What? Why is it that it's difficult to tell? But men say it's okay. They say it's not a part of their nature to be faithful.
All right, hold on. I want to address in what's her name? Inyala in the chat. They said that's just an excuse to do what he
wanted to do anyway.
Like, what are you even talking about? There's no excuse. If the woman like women, what are you talking about, man? Like, baby girl, what you talking about? If the woman is already into women, you do know a lot of women that into women end up marrying men. You do know that, right? Yeah, I'm just saying that ain't a new phenomenon. Yeah, like I had to end up putting that on my dating checklist. That after the first few dates, I definitely had to find out and ask the chick straight up, has she been with another woman?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean that's a part of the vetting, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this, HQ. 7 out of 10 chicks that I date have at least had a sexual encounter with a woman.
What?
7 out of 10, and they agree to it, and they admit to it. Yep. You gotta ask them when you get cool with them, though, HQ. You can't ask them on jump. Yeah, you gotta get cool with them, and they like you, and y'all been hanging and stuff. Then you can ask them.
So this is what? Wait a minute, but are we talking about a younger generation, or are we talking about an older generation, or it don't matter?
Most of these chicks I generally ask that. I mean, I've asked women of all ages that.
Oh, okay.
You know, I've asked chicks in their 50s that. But I'm just saying, like, the bulk of the chicks I've asked that been in their 20s and 30s. Yeah. But they had no problem saying, like, hey, I did one that. You know?
So you've experienced damn, it just slipped my mind. Not polygamous, threesomes. There you go.
Hey, HQ, I'm a gentleman. I can confirm or deny. I'm a gentleman.
So did you think when you were involved with that one relationship, did you think of it as cheating if you did that hypothetically? Like, did you feel some type of way?
You mean if a man got with 2 chicks, is that cheating? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Did you feel like it was cheating? What made it? See, I have another scenario. I got another scenario. My I ain't even gonna say it, but somebody I know got with this girl, and come to find out the girl liked girls. Yeah. And they were doing threesomes, and he would find out that the 2 girls were doing things together. Yeah. And she was his baby mama. Yeah. But she was like cheating on him with other women. even though they were doing the threesome things.
Yeah.
So my thing is that cheating on her part?
That's a good question. That's a good question. And you know, it's funny that you asked this. This happened to one of my main guys too. He was dating this chick, and she liked chicks, right? Mm-hmm. And he found out he was getting cheated on by her with another chick, and he was like, "I don't care." He was like, "In fact, I would consider that cheating." And we both were sitting up laughing about it, you know, and whatever. So I guess he eventually hooked up with both of them or whatever. But that's him.
But see, you see how the scenarios are though.
It's just a lot of double standards. Oh yeah.
With the permission.
My thing is this: if people agree to something, it ain't cheating.
Right. Know? But some men are saying, but men out there, I've heard this several times. We don't have propensity to be faithful. We do not know how to be. Well, our bodies are not meant to be sexually trapped with one particular person. So why not just let us cheat? Why not just let us do what we naturally do, and women accept it?
I'm gonna say this. One of my main issues with women cheating is like, I know it's feelings involved, and that's how that goes. Mm-hmm. Like with a guy, I can just see a bad chick out, that bad Carmen Electra or whatever, bag that chick, and that'll be that, you know? And that's how it be for a lot of guys. Some guys may get it characterable. A lot of guys, if they used to get women, like, I mean, it is what it is. But like with women, that's why it hit different to me, for sure. Hey, let me address the chat right quick, HQ. Hey, G. Hyman said, am I in Atlanta? No, I'm in Detroit. I frequent Atlanta here and there, but, I'm in Detroit, though.
So what is he?
But yeah. Go ahead.
He said, G. Honda, what is a lie? What's a lie? That's a lie, HQ. What's a lie? What are we lying about up here? We didn't misrepresent. We didn't misrepresent what you said.
You said that's a lie, you talking to you.
That's what I'm saying. What did I lie about? I didn't lie about anything.
When you gonna let Leon King take you out on a date?
No, Leon King is not my type.
You know he like you.
He can like me, that's fine. But you can't be mean about it. You can't be. See, I'm one of those people, I don't like to hurt people's feelings. So I try to avoid having those confrontations. So I have to avoid those confrontations because I don't like to be mean to a person, and I don't like to say harsh things to a person. So I try not. Well, I don't like to say harsh things in my personal life. I mean, I don't mind saying them on here because it's not my personal life. But as far as dating, I get my fair share of. I get my fair share of people who come on to me. I mean, I run into 3-4 men a week. And they say something, and I'd be like, "Did you say? Are you trying to hit on me?" Or, that kind of thing.
You know what, HQ? I can definitely see that. You know why? As a man of the night, I can definitely see that. And the reason why
I'm nice, because I'm nice. Because I'm nice in real life. I'm nice. I'm
gonna say you got the type of personality that would draw in a lot of people.
I look at the men and I say, like this man, I saw him kissing the woman in the store. I was like, man, even if I would have given you because he didn't do it. He didn't come on to me like every time. You know what I'm saying? Right. He wasn't overbearing. It was just every once in a while.
Right.
Hey, when you gonna go on a date? And so I never really.
He didn't want to scare you off. He's trying to be smooth about it.
Right.
So you can't just pester. He don't want to pester the woman about it, but he putting it out there that the brother's interested. You could have shut it down and said, "Hey, I got a dude."
I did, but I didn't want to do that because they know. No, that is not what I didn't want to do it. The problem is I'm I'm really honest when people ask me a direct question.
You wanted, because my thing is you wanted to shut it down, but shut it down in a way where the door is still kind of cracked.
No, not absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wanted to shut it down, and I wanted to discourage I wanted to discourage him without saying, leave me the fuck alone. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't want to do that. So I wanted, but they know, they know that I'm a widow. So they know that I'm a widow.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So he knew that I didn't have a boyfriend. He knew that. So I couldn't say I got a boyfriend because he would have been like, well, who is it? Because I ain't seen you with nobody. And we done been out to several dinners and we done did that the third. And I ain't never seen you with a man. So when did you get a man? That kind of thing.
All right.
So that's why I never said. And it was embarrassing.
That's what I always tell Kim to say if she don't want to be bothered. Say she involved. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
And I don't want to.
Let me address the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold the line up. Let me just address the chat, and then I get out of your way. Yeah. Somebody mentioned something in the chat, a couple things, but first and foremost, for what was mentioned earlier, that was a damn moment for me too. When I started asking women that question about how they deal with women, I started getting a lot more yeses than no's, and I was surprised by that. And it's cute. It might be higher than 7 out of 10. It may be 8 or 9 because only 1 to 2 of those chicks on average are adamant, like no, like they'll shock you with that.
Right.
Others are just like no, and the rest of them like you know. So it's crazy. And I'm talking about like real sexual encounters, like face in the vagina or vice versa. I'm not talking about y'all hanging out, y'all was drinking and.
I'm sorry. Before I forget, before you jump off the line, I wanted to ask you about this one thing.
Go ahead.
If a person, what was it? Jeez, I had it right there because I didn't want to forget. So if it's a room full of men, and that's all I have to choose from is that.
Yeah. And
then men are going to cheat regardless because they can't have the control or whatever. Am I allowed to not give them submission?
All right, run that back by me again. I was reading the chat. You said you're not allowed to get a guy submission. Say it again, right quick.
If he's allowed to do what he does.
Yeah.
Then why are they asking for submission?
Because he's the answer to that. And again, I ain't saying it's right. But like I mentioned before, the man in a woman position is not asymmetrical. And you're not, again, we're talking about a guy that's him, that you really want and that you defer to. So not like, hey, I'm doing you a favor for being with you or whatever. That situation is not asymmetrical. So that's him exercising his options. And yes, he still has his same expectations for you to be loyal, et cetera, et cetera. So,
look at that doggone double standard. Here's another question I have.
Go ahead.
If he lied and said he was not involved, like I said, this man always approaches me every time he, we get into a situation where we're alone or close to alone or whatever, he begins to push up on me. Right. I caught him in the store with this woman.
Right.
How do we put that on the owner? If I got involved with him before I saw him with this woman, how is it my fault that he lied?
Technically, here's the thing with that. First of all, you can't confirm at this point. We can't confirm whether that's that man's woman or not. Just because they're hanging, just like I explained my situation, and a lot of guys I know got situations like this.
Right.
Just because they hanging, don't mean that's his girlfriend.
But he said to me, first of all, he said, I don't have no woman. I don't have no woman. I don't have no woman.
Right. So, right, exactly. And if somebody asks me, I meet a bad chick, Sade lookalike out, and she asks me, do I have a woman? I'm be like, hell to the nigga.
So how is a woman supposed to vet you if you come across vehemently saying, I don't have a woman, I'm not involved with anyone, I just want to deal with you, blah, blah, blah. How am I supposed to know that?
Because what you should ask is this: are you dating anybody? Now, if you say, am I actively dating? I'll say I date, but it's nothing serious. But do I have a woman or am I something serious? No.
So how is it that it's a woman's fault if you get sick? Okay, just for example, you're dating you're dating 4 women. I don't know if you're sleeping with them or not, but you and I started sleeping together. So we have this hot sex, right? Like this real hot sex.
Yeah.
But you get involved, but you're involved with 3, 4 other women. But you get serious with one of them. How am I supposed to know that I'm involved in this trifecta?
You don't. Because if you're dealing with a real stump down player, I asked you the question yesterday, how do players play?
Mm-hmm.
And what was the answer to that question?
All day long. What you say?
All day, every day.
All day, every day.
So you would never know that. However, if he decides you're the best chick, and because think about it, if he already dealing with 4 chicks and he ain't committed to one of them, there's likely some deficiencies there, you know? So if he get with you and he decides, hey, Q is really that chick, and that's what I'm trying to deal with, then he may dead the rest of those chicks and decide to roll with you. But
men say that they need the sexual, they need that sexual variety. They need that sexual variety.
If he's decided, here's the thing, he already got that though. He had that before y'all even got together. If he's down with you and he's decided you're the top chick and that's the move or direction he wants to go into, he might be looking to get out the game.
Right.
You know? Right. Some chicks that's still around. See, one thing that's under discussed, because I know you like discussing new topics. This is a topic for you to stick your teeth into.
Okay.
One thing that's under discussed is a lot of men still mess with women, and it's no longer a serious situation. It's just a sexual relationship, or they hang out or whatever. But maybe that chick has shown her things 1 or 2 times, and he like, I can't put you in a serious box anymore.
Right.
Like I got chicks I'm cool with, but they showed their things 1 or 2 times. So I could never be in a relationship with them. Now, are they fine? Yeah. Can they get on the back of my Ducati? Absolutely. Can they get in my slingshot? Yep. Can we hang out? Can we do whatever when we need to do whatever? Absolutely.
Right.
You know, but I know it's nothing more than that. I could never take them serious because once my trust has been betrayed, you can't be a main chick. You can't even be in a roster or whatever. You definitely can't be a main chick. You definitely can't be a woman. Okay. Yeah. So that's under discussion. Yeah.
So sexual relationships only.
I mean, it's a friendship too. Still, you know, I forgive them. So it's a friendship too. So it's not just sex. Like if they hit me and say, "Hey, not money though," but they like, "Hey, my car broke down," or you know, I need a ride, or whatever. I say even one if they hit me up and like, "Hey, you know, let me borrow the car, or whatever." I got a car collector. So I might even mess with that. But as far as that being my woman, I couldn't because you've already betrayed her, brother. You know.
So my question to you is: so you don't have a steady companion?
No, I'm not in a relationship. Nope.
So why aren't you in a relationship? You don't want one, or you find sexual variety better? What? Why is there?
If I can find a woman that I find attractive, she's a real writer, and she shows that level of loyalty, and she has high interest, I would consider doing that. Yeah, I would consider going in that way, and that being my one and only, and that's all I need. You know, and then maybe I'm able to discern him.
So my question to you on that, listening to you, do you find it difficult to be faithful?
No, because I've been in relationships before, and I was faithful years back. You know, I've been in relationships. The longest relationship I ever had was probably about 4 years, but that was like in my early 20s. So, but I've had relationships that last a year or even 2 years before. You know, one that last 2 years, I was really seriously considering that chick, but she decided to show her fangs. So
she decided to show her what?
Her fangs. Fangs. And she showed them things at the worst possible time, because everything was about to go her way, and the way she wasn't, she was real close to getting it.
Oh wow!
She was at the 5-yard line, because I told her in like a couple years, and she would have made another 6 months, I might have went on ahead and popped that ring. Who's to say? You know, but she got to the 5-yard line and said she wanted to throw an interception, so the ball was going back the other way. Yeah. So
did you stay faithful? Did you stay faithful and break up with her? Or
no, I told her after she showed the fame, that was the end of the situation.
Oh wow. You
know, and that was tough. But I couldn't do it because you didn't show the fame.
Oh, know? Okay.
Other men or stealing from a player is a no-go. That's an automatic disqualification. That's like running on a basketball court with a gun.
What? Wait a minute. Say it again.
I said a chick stealing from me or having another guy is an automatic disqualification. Like it ain't nothing to be discussed or talked about. If I catch you red-handed with another guy, or I can confirm you stole from a brother, you're right.
Ouch.
You're right. It's like being a professional athlete and you run on the court with a gun. You're off the team and you're out of the league.
Oh wow.
That's how it works.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't do that.
So we're saying the subject was why is it that it's okay to cheat, or why is it's not a matter of standards? So you're saying these men who are out here saying that you should just let me cheat, you should just let me be a man, you should just let me do what I do. They just want to do that. You can choose to be a cheater. It's not something that goes against your nature. Is that what you're saying? It's not something like that. This is a choice these people are making.
I mean, like I say, ultimately, you're looking at it from the opposite direction. It's going in the opposite direction of what you're saying.
What do you mean?
It's in a man's, hold on, let me say it. It's in a man's nature to have interest in multiple women. But like I said, it would be his decision if he decides he just wants the one woman. And like I said, it's certain guys that aren't going to do that. You know? They're going to always have multiple women. So, yeah. Hey, Jake Tillman just asked a question. He said, ask him if any qualified women apply pressure him when he's in a relationship. Yeah, a couple did. A couple did, because they seen me out and about with this chick, and this was a bad girl. You know, and they see me out and about with her, and they did apply pressure.
Okay.
And it was not easy to turn that down. You know, but I seen potential with this girl,
right?
And I didn't want to try to drop her for this other chick and press restart. You know, I see potential with this girl as a potential rider, and I didn't want to blow that. Plus, she hot chick, all the things a guy would want. I didn't want to blow that, so I would be pressing reset. The new chick could be worse. So why do that?
Right.
So
see, I'm the type of female that would have seen you. I would have seen you out with another woman, and then I would have faded into the woodwork. You'd have been like, "Where Heathen Queen go?" You'd probably never heard from me again. I wouldn't have made no scene. I wouldn't have had no closure. Yeah. I just would have faded into the ether, and you'd been like, "Damn, where'd she go?" I've been like, I see you're entertaining other folks. What you want me to do? You're entertaining other folks, right? I mean, because you choose to get cheated on. You choose to be in that scenario where you're going to either compete with this person, compete with this woman or this other man, or you're going to say, okay, well, I know. See, I look at it this way. I don't have no weapons to fight. I don't know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how what you want me to do to fight for you. I don't know what you want me to do. Right? When I see that and I see you out with another woman and we're supposed to be dating, but I'm peripherally aware of you dating other women because I've never seen it, right? But I'm pretty sure you are because you're a decent enough man. So once I see that and it's confirmed that you had he's seeing other people, I fade into the woodwork because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight because there's beauty in every human being, and the only thing I'm going to say to myself is he finds more beauty in her than he does in me. So I'm walking away.
Well, let me ask this, HQ. If he was really that guy, like he's a 10 out of 10 looks for you, and he makes a couple $100,000, right? And he ends you. Right. Let's say you do catch him out, right? Or whatever. Are you giving that guy another chance?
No.
Okay. I was just curious.
I mean, there would be circumstances. There would be circumstances.
Like I couldn't did it. He apologized, say he was wrong.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing. Yeah. I mean, that's a different thing.
Would you give him another chance if he did that, though?
The whole point was I probably would not, simply because.
Okay.
Because how do you convince me that that I'm special enough that you would drop this particular person? What would you say to me that would convince me that I have more on the ball than that particular person? Right?
Yeah.
And I would feel some type of way because I've been like, well, dang, he's in public with this woman. He's not hiding with this woman. Yeah. So if he's not hiding, then he doesn't care whether I see. So if he doesn't care whether I see, that means he must care for her more than me.
Yeah. Right.
And that instance has happened to me before. After my husband died, I was dating people and whatnot. And then I saw a man that I was dating, I saw him out with another woman.
Yeah.
And then I broke up with him. I broke up with him through text. Damn, I was like, "This is what you want me to
do?" What he did with Savage too. Right, I get it.
I mean, what did you want me to do? I thought I peripherally thought it was just you and I, because that's the way you expressed it to me. You expressed it to me that it would be you and I.
Yeah.
And so I took it to mean, sex was hot, everything was hot. Boom, 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 all the way down, right?
Okay.
And then I see you out with this person.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, so it must have been just sex between me and you. And I'm not going to take what you said to me seriously. And I'm not going to get pregnant by you because I'm too old to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So I went home. I thought about it a couple days because I would see him like 3 times a week, right? 3 times a week. That's good enough. 3 times a week, right? I got things to do.
You're giving you NyQuil 3 times a week.
Man. So it was like 3 times. I see you 3-4 times a week. We go out to dinner. We do this. We have a good time, and then we do our due. So I went home and I thought about it 2 or 3 days. I was like, you know what? We're adults, right? And maybe, we're adults and maybe this is blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. And maybe I could. And then I sat down and I thought, and I was like, I cannot compete.
Yeah.
I can't compete. I'm telling you, I can't compete. I don't know how to win you. I don't know how to win you in that way. So,
right.
So when you showed me, or you didn't know, he didn't know. I don't think he saw that I saw him, but so I saw her. No better than me. No different from me. Just a different version of a woman, and I have no judgment. And so I went home and I waited a day or two, and then I texted him and I said, this is not a serious relationship. It's not serious for you, so it cannot be serious for me. Right. And I enjoyed our time together, and I wish you much well. And that's all I wrote. And I never heard from him again. But I did hear from him again a couple years later. I saw him at a store, and I heard him say something about, damn, why did I do something with this good woman? I heard him say that as I was walking away, but I was already mentally gone from that. So competing that's not on my radar. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see the relationship for what it is.
Yeah.
It's sexual. That's what it was to you. My ego was kind of bruised. But he tried to call me later on, and he tried to, what's wrong? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
not a damn thing.
Nothing is going on. I mean, I wish you would.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like Smokey said on Friday, not a damn thing.
I mean, because I'm respectful that way. I try not to. Yeah. I don't want to have a confrontation. It's so much going on this planet that cheating. I mean, I didn't look at it as cheating.
Yeah. I get that. Right. Hey, let me jump in right quick, HQ, before I get out of here. Yeah. Two things. G Honda asked a good question. Was that a white woman that he cheated with?
No.
Okay. And she was black. Okay. Project Leroy make another good point. He said that is part of the problem, and I agree with him, is that women refuse to compete for a man. Because at the top, as you get near the top 25 to 30% of men, what you guys want, tall, attractive, money, or whatever of interest to you, all the women are consolidating on those guys. So realistically, to get those guys, you have to compete for the game.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When it comes to, it depends on your demographic too. It depends on your age bracket too. I'm in my 50s. Who am I? What
right. I mean, if you meet a guy 60 and he's still in shape and he work out, because I go to the gym and I work out with guys that in their 50s or late 50s, early 60s. Right. And these guys in shape, they in the gym more than me because they got more free time. Some are retired or they only work a little bit part time now. They're retired.
Right.
And they're in shape. So I'm just saying, hold on. So to a degree, like, I mean, of course, you're a nice looking woman, whatever, but there's other women that's a little bit younger, etc. To think you don't have to compete to get those guys to a degree, especially if they show interest. Like, you gotta be realistic here too, HQ.
Right. Yeah. I am being realistic. I'm being realistic and knowing that I can't compete. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm realistic that I know I can't compete. If a man comes over and speaks to me, he's going to want to actually date and wants me. Because just imagine he's 60 and he's coming over trying to date me, and then he has one that's 48, and then he has one that's 50, and another one that's 60, and then he got me. How am I competing? How am I going to compete with that? The only thing I can
that sounds like a woman that don't want to track. Come on, HQ.
No, that's not it. What I'm saying is,
yeah,
we're at a certain age where
yeah,
you know what you like and what turns you on and what does this, and this.
right. Jay Mike makes a good point. He says competition on all levels of life, and he's right. There's single women in their 30s,
Right.
40s, and 50s, and 60s. So it doesn't matter what age you are, you still have to compete to a degree if it's a quality person. So that's facts, Jay Mike. You know, these are some extremely logical thinkers you got in this chat.
Right. No, I always present the best version of me. I always present the best version of me. You know, the best version that I can. And I present that every day. And I'm not saying I don't have options. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you if you're coming over, I don't expect you to have a girlfriend that I see at the store. But we too old for those kind of games.
If you're really attracted to this guy, he probably is dating at least one to two other chicks, and it's not nothing serious. That just should be your understanding.
Right.
So if you run into a 60-year-old, 6'2" guy that's still in shape, retired, he got a little bit of money, he in a decent car or whatever, there's women buzzing around.
Right.
You know, that's just the reality. If you think you're going to meet that guy and no women are going to be interested in him, you're interested in him, that's not realistic.
So why wouldn't I expect him to be so you say
he's not serious. I'm saying he's not nothing serious. Not that he's got a woman or a real relationship. Go ahead.
He just has sexual partners, you mean?
Yeah, he might just have chicks that he's cool with. How I explained it earlier.
Why do you keep saying cool? Why do you keep saying cool with? Sexually active.
I'm going to give you an example. I met a chick last year. It did not progress to a relationship. I dated her a few months. It just did not progress to that. I didn't see her enough in that time period, but I would see her probably twice a month. Right?
Right.
And we would talk maybe once a week or whatever, but she stayed a little distance. She's probably about an hour from me. A good-looking girl. Young, good-looking girl. College educated. And I probably dated her for 5 months. And in a normal situation like that, especially if you see each other a little bit more often, and a lot of times that'll, once you get to the 6-month mark or even a little bit before that, it'll balloon into a relationship.
Right.
She may have had that potential, but due to the fact of the distance, me not seeing her as often as I would have liked, it just kind of fizzled out on both sides. You know? But it was still an attraction and to a degree, a level of bedroom fun. Hey, I'm a sexy guy, so that's how it goes.
Right.
And there's another topic for you, HQ.
What?
Can a woman accept when the guy is the better looking person in the relationship?
Man.
I don't know if they can. I brought that to the attention of a few women, and they wanted to flip over the table.
Yeah, we don't like that.
Yeah. No, it's an honest question. If the guy is a 6'5" guy, he's in shape, maybe because he may be the better looking of the two, comparably.
Yeah, but he's even sexier if he's faithful.
He might be sexy.
But he might be even more sexy.
Can a woman handle that, though?
No, they can't handle men who are better than them. They can never handle that. Because you have people buzzing around all the time. You have women buzzing around.
Right.
Women are looking for that 6 foot tall, handsome, blah blah blah. So of course, she's gonna be upset every time she sees him out and he's looking his best. A lot of women say, "Don't no woman want a man nobody else wants." I get that. I get all of that. I get that.
Yeah.
But it's even sexier when he doesn't see any other women except you. Right?
Yeah.
And even though he looks good, look at who is it? Look at the Jason Momoa.
Yeah, the Aquaman.
Aquaman. Were faithful to that older woman. That woman was 10 years older than him. And he was faithful to that woman.
Was bad, though. She was bad. That was a bad older chick when he got with her.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But she still was older than him, which is out of the realm of normality. And he had all of Hollywood at his feet. Look at The Rock. Rock has always been faithful to his first wife and his second wife. See? It's possible. It's possible to be faithful.
But
and he looked way better than his counter. He looked way better than his two women, his two wives.
Right. Yeah, I'm just saying that's an under-discussed topic in the game. We don't really hear talk about that.
Right. Right, but it's an issue, and I know the women were insecure for these men who looked this good, and the two men that I dated, the two men that I just spoke about, very handsome men, very very handsome men to be their age because they're older than me. They should be 60 and 64 right now. Very handsome, very much in shape. All of these things, and they were in demand, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
they weren't, and I get
it. Yeah. Because hey, like HQ, I got over 30 suits. You know, 6 furs. You know, I always joke with women. I got more clothes than women.
Right.
You know, so I mean, hey, it's possible.
Right.
You know,
it's
possible, but it gotta look better.
Right.
You need to compare the two. Yeah.
Somebody mentioned in the chat Rick Fox. Rick Fox has been a faithful man to the women that he's been involved with. Idris Elba been faithful to the women that he's been involved with.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, why do we say it's okay to cheat when these men who have all of these options, they got all of these options, way more than the regular average Joe Blow. Denzel Washington, faithful to his wife all these years. Samuel Jackson, faithful all through these years. They have learned to be faithful. They have learned the discipline of being in a relationship. So why is it that we have people on these panels who keep saying, men don't have no discipline? Why don't you just let us cheat? No, letting a person cheat, you're not letting them cheat. You're choosing to cheat on this woman, because these things, you know, that on it, when you hear men on these panels say, well, we can't be faithful. No, you can, because you got Denzel Washington could have any woman that he wanted to in Hollywood. Samuel Jackson, after you know, any woman they wanted to in the, who else? Jason Momoa. What's that dude that's married to Sierra? Dude married to Sierra. Any woman he want to. Bad woman.
I don't know about that. That's cap.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is hot as hell.
He's got money and he's famous, but he's not really seen as that guy. Like how Momoa is kind of seen as like that guy.
So
Denzel kind of seen like as that guy.
Okay, like, we take out Russell Wilson.
That's not him.
We take out Russell Wilson, but
we take Russell out of that.
Wrong with that. Russell was a dream guy.
Yeah, those guys.
So I'm saying,
Israel's all those guys.
Yeah. So it's not. So when men say, "I have to cheat," we have to cheat. We have a propensity to cheat. We gotta cheat.
Yeah,
gotta be a lie. It's gotta be a lie. Because Denzel Washington can leave and go on a movie set and bang chicks from the minute he's on the set to the minute he leaves. Right?
Yeah. I'm going to say this too. HQ. We still don't know for 100%, even though they've been extremely respectful for their wives. Mm-hmm. We still don't know the agreement that they have with their wives.
That's true.
Maybe they have some other agreement where they can sneak and go do stuff. Because look what came out. Bill Gates it later came out before he got the divorce. He had been sneaking and going to see another girl, and his wife agreed and knew about it for a long time, and eventually she just threw the towel in.
Right.
So yeah, so we don't know the agreement, and then even if that is the situation, do I really want to leave that top guy Denzel for another main chick to come in that slot? You know, I get the money and stuff, but you know, I'm an older lady now.
Yeah, it just depends. It depends on the person. It just depends. It depends. We cannot just say that. But the appearance, all of these men,
Yeah.
Grant, Hugo, the Grant guy, the basketball player, tall, handsome, light skinny guy, married to me.
Yeah, Grant Hill.
Yeah. These men are able to be faithful. As far as we know, they're able to be faithful.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that cheating, when men say all men cheat, when they say all men cheat, no, I don't. You're making a choice. So if you're making a choice to destroy our family, if we're in a family, we're in a relationship, and we're married or whatever, and you choose to go out and cheat and destroy that family, that's something that you chose. That's not something that I'm going to say that you couldn't help yourself.
Yeah, like I said earlier, HQ. Now on that, I don't have a lot of pushback, because like I said, if the guy agreed to that, and that's the agreement and or the vows of the marriage and everything,
right?
And he like, you the only chick, and it ain't like y'all had agreement or whatever beforehand or whatnot. Then the guy's in the wrong. And like I said, a guy has to step up and determine if he wants to shut all that down, to have that guy down in or the family.
So as a man,
if that's what you want, you know, you know, sacrifices involved with that.
So as a man, you would say your definitive sentence would be, you can be faithful. It's a choice. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. I've been faithful in relationships before. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been faithful in a few relationships.
So do you think women have temptation? Do you think women have temptation too?
I think men and women have temptation.
Right.
You know, like Project said, if Ronald Isley, Aquaman, or Denzel came through the door, you'll be like, hey, thanks for tuning in today. You're shut down the live right now.
Look, I'm honest about that. I guess men would be honest too if they said they would cheat. If men are honest and they say, we would cheat. So, but that would be a choice. But the likelihood of that happening would be, this likelihood of that happening is not going to happen. So I know that's not something, that's a choice that I would make. But a normal everyday man that I'm involved with, no, I wouldn't do that to him. Right? If somebody walked through the door, regular everyday man, no, I don't have the propensity to cheat. I don't have that inkling to cheat. Right? So I don't think it's and I think it's something. See, I'm one of those people that believe if I cheat, then it's something that I lack in myself that would make me do that to another human being. It's not a matter of being.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I know if a chick were to cheat, and I've seen that happen before, like I know she don't have those feelings like that for me, or she no longer has those feelings like that for me. But that's why I said that's the end of the situation. Automatic disqualification.
Right.
You know, so I would never fool myself on that front. And I was scrolling back through the chat.
What?
I see what Raquel Rose said about her boyfriend took off as a rapper and was cheating on her or whatever. You know what? She kind of got that look too. She kind of got that look of like what a lot of rappers would go for.
Okay.
And, I say that respectfully. Yeah, she just got that look, you know, and I say it respectfully though, but I know a lot of guys, industry type guys, will go for a woman that looks like that.
Right. Because Raquel's a beautiful woman, of course.
Yeah. She's a very beautiful woman, definitely.
Of course,
Yeah, it's about a certain look, though, is what I'm saying.
Right.
He has a certain look that a lot of those guys would go for.
Right. I mean, they would. I mean, those people are weird. You never know what them doggone people go for and what they do and how they do weird shit. So I never try to predict a person's behavior. I just say, mind your P's and Q's, know what you're going to accept and what you aren't going to accept. And cheating is not a easy subject because the men say, well, we don't have the restraint to do that. And I say, yes, you can, because some of the best looking men on this planet can have restraint. And if they can have restraint,
the only problem with that, HQ, is we still don't know if those men are really, really faithful like that.
Yeah, but we're going to take them at their word. We're gonna take.
Yeah, it's weird to take it at his word. It's possible, and that kind of goes in line with my position also, where I said I have been faithful in them situations,
right? And
I got no reason to front about it, like about what I ain't in them anymore anyway.
Okay. So when I see you men on the panel, I want y'all to do that pushback thing. When the men get on the panel, start talking about men can't be faithful, no way. When I see men on the panel, some of y'all better be pushing back on that garbage, because we are not animals. We know how to control ourselves and do what we got to do. So I was just addressing that question. Why do you feel like cheating is okay? Cheating, some men think it's okay, but the bulk of men don't think it's okay, especially if a woman cheat. If a woman cheat, y'all butt hurt like a motherfucker. If a woman cheat,
I just told you it's automatic disqualification. Ain't nothing to talk about.
So
game over. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this one question. And I'll let you go.
Okay.
Why is it that you can cheat?
Why is it?
Can't?
All right. And I have addressed this, but I'm going to say it again. Our situations are not asymmetrical. Somebody has to be the A side of the situation. The man, if he's really, and we're talking about a scenario where you're with a guy you really want to be with, like extremely handsome, money, extremely desire, etc. He looks better than you. Put it like that. He looks better than you.
Right.
He is the A side of the situation. He's the man, and that's the direction that he's going into, and he wants to exercise some options. Is it right? No, because dirt is dirt. And if he's agreed to tell you that, and he said he's going to be faithful, and he does something that's not his word, he's wrong. However, that is what it is. That's why I say a lot of women ain't ready for this conversation. Yep. But I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm listening. Thank you very much, Triple X Lex. Thank you.
All right, peace, baby girl.
All right, bye.
All right.
So we heard from two gentlemen. So faithfulness is a choice. We choose to jump out there. And G Honda tried to gaslight me at the beginning when he said most men ain't ish. Most men who cheat ain't ish. And you women are cheating, and most men cheat. That's what G Honda said. So if most men cheat, how is it my fault if I pick a cheater? How is it my fault if I pick a cheater and all men cheat? The bulk of men cheat. I'm sorry. The bulk of men cheat. So how is it my fault when I pick a cheater? We can't say it. You can't say that. But then again, we're going to have a different discussion with the women. We're going to have a discussion about the women cheating and why they cheat, when they cheat, and how they cheat. Thank you all for coming. We will have another session on Wednesday. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. This was a good discussion. G Honda, you something else.